Bizarre Brain Comics. Gary here for Bizarre Brain Comics. I'm going to do something a little different. Abandoning my original plans for this video, primarily because I didn't feel like dressing up like a cowboy. And so I got some recent acquisitions. It just came in, was delivered yesterday. And so I thought I'd kind of show you a little bit of that, plus a couple other recent acquisitions. And almost all of this stuff it's all pre-code, as far as I can tell, but it's mostly pre-code horror. And I want to thank Dope Comics. Dope is he's a character, another YouTuber, and he watches some of my videos, and I watch his. And but he collects primarily pre-code horror and the old books, which unfortunately are all way out of my price range. I'm more into the having the stuff to read, and so I get some what I can. This is like I said, pre-code horror. I was never, when I was young, I was never real big into horror. I did some of the mystery titles from Gold Key and DC and the like, way back in the 70s and such. But it was never my favorite. But along about in the 80s somewhere, I started, probably when I started getting some of the reprints of EC horror, I began to develop a new appreciation for the horror comics. And pre-code horror was just almost completely unavailable, with the exception of the EC stuff, which is undeniably the best. But then I got some of this. I started finding some reprint material, and I just ordered some. And now we'll take a little look at some of this. And thanks again to Dope Comics. That's comics with an X in the end of it. He's quite a character. You enjoy listening to him. Okay, we'll start off with this one. This Magazine is Haunted, reprinting December #2. And these are published by, what does that say? Classic Comics Library. All stories, no ads. 1951 Fawcett Comics. Look at that. There are some others out there who focus a lot on pre-code horror. And I'm eclectic. I like all kinds of stuff. But I'm glad I'm finally getting a chance to get some of this pre-code horror stuff. And let's take a little look at some of it. And you can see here, it's a facsimile. You know, these are reprinted from photographs of the original of the book. There's some great artwork, probably really creepy stories. Of course, I haven't had a chance to read these yet, but it looks really good. And then, Witches' Tales. We dare you to read these eerie tales of supernatural horror, weird yarns of unseen terrors. Oh, got carried away there. This is #1, and this is same publisher, Classic Comics Library. .biz. Witches' Tales. And again, Horror Island. Oh, facsimile of from photographs of the comics. And even includes inside with the ads inside the front cover. Pre-code horror. There's some great stuff on that. And I don't know who did the cover art. Good Girl Bondage art there. Ooh, this is just creepy. And this is oh, ghouls coming out of the thing. Then we have here. This is the Complete Weird Horrors Readers Collection. Weird Horrors. And this is from Guandanaland Comics. They reprint a lot of this kind of stuff. And this is square bound, but this is a large volume. And this is all in black and white. Again, really eerie, creepy stuff, but it's all in black and white. Which is fine with me because it keeps the price down a little bit. Although I really like, the color stuff, of course. But this is a really weird, weird cover. Let's see if you can take a look at the way that's drawn there. It is some strange stuff. It's definitely weird. And then here I got a few weeks ago, a couple months ago or so, 4-Color Fear, Forgotten Horror Comics of the 1950s. Again, square bound. And there's a large one. And this is, doesn't say there. Four-Color Fear. Ooh, that's cool. That looks like a Basil. Yeah, it is. A cool Basil Wolverton illustration. Edited and designed by whatever. Yeah, from Fantagraphics. Oh, there's another great Basil Wolverton illustration there. Now, I'll probably be seeing some of these. Oh, there we go. The full color stuff. Some really great. Oh, nice Good Girl art. Good, real creepy stuff. Dust unto dust. And a lot of these will probably be seeing again. I'll cover some specific stories. Probably in October for Halloween. Then you'll be seeing... What's his name? The Dark Librarian. I'll invite him back. And then this. Also by Guandanaland Comics. This is not horror, but this is Jungle Comics. Reprinting Jungle Comics. And I really love the Jungle Comics stuff. And again, the old stuff I can't afford to buy. So I am just glad to have... But I'm more interested in having it to read. And this is Guandanaland. This is a really, really nice cover illustration. And then, again, black and white. Oh, look at that. Kanga. Good Girl art. They're all these artists are great, especially for the Good Girl art. With some, with a little bondage thrown in. Oh, that's just great there. Look at that one. It's just lovely. Is that Matt Baker? I don't know who it is. We'll see when I look more closely at it. I don't know, because I haven't gotten it. I've only read like 1 or 2 of those stories. That is some really great stuff. And that's, of course, the same publisher that did this one here. And I hope to get more. So, there we have our pre-code horror I have a few others reprinting some pre-code and horror and stuff from the 50s. But nothing like this. Most of those are older and cheaply produced, but still readable. Thank you for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like. And remember, comics are art.